Hey, what's up guys, it's Roy here. So today I have the Otterbox Defender series case here for the Samsung Galaxy S23. This bad boy is gonna set you back around 50 bucks, so I'll link it down in the description if you're interested. And big thank you and shout out to Otterbox for once again sending out some cases for review. So looking at the packaging here, you can see it looks just like pretty much any other Defender case box here, right? So you got the Otterbox logo with Defender series here at the top. It does say Drop Plus, 4 times tested to military standard drop protection, which is insane. Multi-layered defense, obviously it's a Defender series case, and it's made with more than 50% of recycled plastic. So if you care about that kind of stuff, then you are in luck. Flipping it over to the back, it does talk about a little bit about wireless charging capabilities, which we will test, outlasts heavy use, and also it comes with a holster and port covers as well. So let's get this bad boy out. So as far as the unboxing side of things go, you just kind of push this up and then pull it out here. And that's it. So pretty simple stuff, not rocket science here. And then you do have your holster here, which you do need to unclip it against the actual box because it does come kind of clipped on. Already comes pre-installed with the holster, so we'll talk about this in just a little bit. So I'll just kind of throw that to the side there. And there it is. So this is their blue color, which is kind of blue and like a khaki-ish gold color. It does come in a pink and a black as well, but I did tell Otterbox to send me any color this time. Usually I request black. And I kind of appreciate the different colors. It does look pretty cool. Now with the Defender series, you do get this really great interior. It's kind of got this carbon fiber look, right? Got the lines there. It does say Drop Plus, but it's very cushiony. Very cushiony inside. So that's what's going up against your phone. So I can very much appreciate that. The way to take this thing apart though, is I usually pull the flap and then just start peeling the actual exterior portion. So you got your TPU and then you got your polycarbonate like super hardcore inside shell. But the way to take this apart is by each little corner right there. If you can see where it has like the line, you're just going to start just unpopping it and releasing the two parts here. And then that's going to expose the ability to now break it apart. And then we can put it together. So you have to take the case apart to install the phone. There is just no way to stick it in there. You have to take it apart. So you start with the back, you put that down, then you grab this here and you want to make sure you're matching up the proper pieces here. As you can see here, this is the top. So this is going to go right here. And then you just put it on and then you just push it together and you'll start hearing all the clicking and making sure everything is nice and snug together. And once that happens, then we will get the case, or the outer shell, I should say, and then we're just gonna start pushing it together. And it's super easy, guys. So as you can see here, you're just gonna start forming it and it will stick very nicely. And that's all she wrote. So now the case is installed and there it is. So it looks pretty good with the black. My only knock with this case is still gonna be that camera bump. So it just is a little big. Now it is a little bit smaller than the commuter, so I can appreciate that it is a little bit snugger. But once again, with a S23 redesign like this, it would have been nice to actually see the individual cutouts. But I know it's an Otterbox case and this is kind of the look sometimes. And I do appreciate the pop of color though, because actually you can see those lenses are nicely recessed in there. So you're getting some good lens protection there. The back is really grippy too. Just something to point out. The Defender cases have always been like that and the Defender Pros, but it is definitely super grippy. There is no complaints on that department. You do have some Otterbox branding there, and then you can get that little pop of color there where the port flap kind of covering is, which we'll talk about in just a minute. So flipping it over to the side here, this is kind of where the main part of the case is going to be because that's where your buttons are. So you got your power button here, you got your volume up and down button here, little pop of color there, which is the interior framing of that case shining through. The whole side has this very nice ribbed pattern as well. That's going to help with grip as well. So even if it doesn't need it, it gives you just extra grip there. And then as we flip it over to the bottom here, this is kind of what's going on here, where you can see we do have a cutout for the speakers and we do have some holes in the port flap where the speaker and the microphones are going to be. It's not going to affect it when it is closed, but with this port flap, you can see that when you open it, it flips from the bottom up. And I do appreciate that it does stick out a little bit right here. So it's a lot easier to lift open versus their commuter series case. So just something to point out versus some of the brethren in the Otterbox lineup. And then we do have super grippy sides right here. Obviously no buttons or anything like that, but you can see the look on this side. And then looking at the top, you can see that we do have a nice square cutout there for the actual microphone up top. Looking at the front though, you can kind of see it kind of loops up a little bit, if that makes sense. I don't know if the word loop up is proper terms here, but it does kind of favor the forehead and chin a little bit, because when you do place it face down, it does feel like it's lifted up a little bit more, and that's just going to help with protection. So that way the screen's not just up against the actual surface, but you do get some great lips as well that is going around the whole entire screen. So you do get some good 360 protection with this screen. It is tempered glass friendly as well. I do have a full tempered glass screen protector on here and it works just fine. And then that's the look right there where the actual speaker cutouts are. So I really like the front. Looks good. You got the blue, you got this kind of goldish color. Looks pretty nice. So now let's go ahead and do the wobble test. So face down, there is no wobble going on at all. And if I put it back down, there really isn't any wobble going on at all either. So it definitely passes the wobble test with flying colors. Now let's do the clicky button test. So doing the power button first, it's very clicky. Very, very responsive, very clicky. And the volume up and down button as well, very clicky, very, very tactile. So if you're looking for a case that has very clicky buttons, this passes my clicky button test. So big 2 thumbs up there. So last but not least, let's go ahead and do the actual Qi wireless charging test. And that's another question that people ask a lot about when it comes to the Defender and the Defender Pro cases is it's a thicker case. Can you wirelessly charge it? So slap it on. And as you can see, there's your answer. It is wirelessly charging with ease on my Spigen wireless charger here. So no issues at all. And you can definitely reverse power share earbuds on there if you wanted to. And you can do contactless payments with like Google Pay or Samsung Pay. So no issues at all in that department either. So there we have it, guys. There is the Defender case. I am a big fan of this case. And with it having the added bonus of a holster, it does actually give it a little more versatility, especially if you're someone that likes to maybe watch videos. It does click in pretty nicely, which is kind of cool. So that way it stays in place. So it does give you a kickstand, which is kind of cool. You can do it different ways. So that way, if you wanted it leaning back more, or if you wanted it to be sitting up more, you totally can. And you can technically have it leaning back like that as well if you wanted to. So there is a few different options that you can do. And if you want to close it, then you just push that button here and boom, there it goes. It closes and gives you like that very nice satisfying thud. But you can leave it like this, or you can have the phone facing inside the holster as well and clicks in nicely. So if you tuck in your shirt or something like that and you want to be old school and have this on your belt, then you are in good shape. So all in all, guys, for the money, I think it's well worth it. Like I said, it's an Otterbox. It's super grippy. You do get, some great drop protection with it. So all in all, it's well worth the money, in my opinion. A slew of different colors you can choose from. When I say a slew, it's like 3 or 4, but I usually would probably go with black, but nice to be able to show off some other colors as well. So there you have it, guys. Hit the like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless. We'll see you on the next one.